call sign will be Thunder, marked on map for you.
And away
Brent, can you add it to the flags below the AO?
we go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, so now we just get to chill. Text Bloodwind for a second.
Safety check.
Good check.
Alright, so plan of attack is this operation will probably be about 2 hours, give or take. And then we're going to have the T3 op at about 2:30, 2:15-ish. Somewhere around there, and that'll probably be about an hour to hour and a half. There's 2 objectives I'd like them to get done, but we'll see how things go. And then I have to go to Bloodwing's house for a party, even though it's a social distance party. And then, what am I doing? Coursework and D&D for the rest of the day.
Check, over.
Let's
Good
see. Videos are all scheduled for today. We have a highlight that came out like 30 minutes ago, I think. And then around 3 or 3:30, we have Audrey Hotto's slaughter video from Friday Night Fights coming out. Oh, I rewatched some of that this morning. That was such a beautiful operation.
Nothing medical or ballistics. Literally just utility shit.
My god, I can take you all the way over there. I mean, hi guys.
Sorry,
This
I'm
way-
not yelling.
No, it's fine. Is this where Brief's gonna be?
Yes.
Okay, I wait here.
Just make sure you stay off of 55.
So,
even though it says 55.
I have said that, you know, in the future I'm going to start streaming my briefs. Today was not the case.
check.
I just gave them everything while they were all upstairs. I think Dim's going to make a plan. To put it simply, I've recommended that they go take the cop first because I'll set up a teleporter pole there, then they have to check out question marks, and then they check out this open area. I've got 2 little hidden points of camp and, oh, the honker. And then a little underground base.
Marshal call sign Ranger.
And we'll get there when we get there. And yes, it is Sunday daycare hours because it is the public op, but I have some confidence in them to get this all done. But we'll see what happens.
Anybody copy Rangers last?
It's the public op. I'm just here to give them a good time, a good mission. It's an introduction for some people to you know, try something TSB, and we go from there. Might pass out when you switch to lurking. I've been there. I slept like the dead today, or I guess last night. Apparently, I even slept through a smoke alarm, and those things are loud.
Thank you.
Like,
Send it
loud.
6 now.
Absolute honker.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that was Outcast over here. If not, it was Iopus, but I see Outcast. He's the usual honker with the soundboard, so no surprise there. But, Rem, thanks so much for the 35-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the ops. I hope to have the 3-year badge ready by the time you hit 36 months, but still working on a little bit of debt problems, but that'll be finished by the end of this month anyway. So, hope you keep enjoying the ops. Hope you get a kick out of this one.
For now, and then depending on how we see the
Liru playing Zeus's ASMR itself changed my mind. I mean, technically any video is just an ASMR. Because Zeusing is just gameplay, so
the G's.
I don't know. Whatever you guys are here for, I hope you find it. And if you don't,
Squaddies, gather up.
I don't know.
Keep pushing me off.
Bloodwind was telling me yesterday during our day date that apparently there are people out there in the world that probably please themselves to my voice. And that was a very unsettling thought that I refuse to believe. Absolutely refuse.
And probably get that.
I know I have fangirls though, but I know they're all lesbians, so. Which, when I told Bloodwing that, she immediately says, wait, so I can steal your fangirls then? And that made a lot of interesting thoughts come up in my mind.
Okay, so I have 2 squad leads missing and like...
Some that are probably not appropriate for Twitch.
Alpha, Delta squad leads over by the red and white
Just
tower,
saying.
please.
Yeah, so Zeus is basically what are you silly foreheads doing?
Who the fuck is using invade?
Oh.
Someone testing their auto clicker again?
Oh, this should be good. Hey, Abdul, you on net?
Steve, Burja. He's not Liru now, he's up in the Delta.
Okay, I'll go to him. He's got a guy that's an empty unit, and I can totally troll him, so I'm gonna have him relog.
Alpha, Delta squad leads over by the tower, please.
Hey, who's the medic here?
I am.
Okay, here's the deal. You need to, reslot, because the rest of you look over to the southwest right now. Watch what I can do to him, because he's an empty unit right now.
What the fuck? Oh, shit.
Alright. So, Mr. Medic, which is you, can you just leave this? Don't leave the server, just literally hit escape, abort, and then come back in the server, and you'll be fine, okay? I don't want to accidentally, like, drag glitch you and drag you away from your squad, because I do that occasionally on accident. I just want to make sure I don't, like, ruin your experience. Alright, so just make sure this guy relogs, and you'll be okay. That happens once every, I want to say, 2 to 4 weeks. This is just an Arma glitch, similar to how, you know, sometimes people leave the server, but it'll leave like an AI copy of them to run around on the server. This is a similar glitch.
I had to deal with somebody grabbing
It happens.
newbie slot.
Now I'm pretty sure he left, and now this is gonna like stay in the AO.
Slot.
I'm gonna put this up here. This is my new trophy.
Delta squad lead, where are you?
But yeah, no, Zeusing is pretty much like Dungeons and Dragons dungeon mastering, but everyone has guns.
Where I told you.
To explain that. Sorry I got cut off. This needs to be dealt with immediately,
Red and
so.
white tower.
Arma is a sandbox. Like Gary's mod or Minecraft, and there's so many things you can make out of it. Zeusing is one of those game modes, like, you know, Prop Hunt or Dark RP for Gary's mod. You know, there's also King of the Hill, there's PvP tourneys, there's some small, like, you know, solo co-op mission stuff. That was an oxymoron, a solo co-op mission, but I mean, you know, where you play with AI. So many things you can do with this, because literally the Eden screen is just all of this, but, like all that, but deleted, you know, because it's just the terrain, so. A prop hunt in Arma would actually be pretty dope, but the amount of scripting required would be insane. I'm gonna put him in there so he doesn't freak out.
Slot. Jump out. Grab the team.
So Dead, I did want to do a pay for pain for 40k, like a week ago, but their ace is so unbalanced that it's not worth it. Because, I mean, 40k is already everything's OP against each other, but with how they rebalance their ace, it makes it so difficult to find any sense of a balance in the meta to then exploit it for monetary gain. So we'll see another one in TSB probably in like 4 or 5 months.
Have you looked on map?
If you pay for it, that's a feature. Yeah, but, you know, I want people to, when they pay for the most overpowered unit in the game, they actually feel it, you know? I want it to mean something. Even though usually the most overpowered asset they can pay for gets blown up in 20 seconds, because I've had horrible luck with custom configs, but in my defense for the last pay for pain, it wasn't my fault because they literally stole one of the super tanks and used its overpowered rounds to kill it. because they got a lucky penetrator shot on it and killed the helicopter that was flying it. Just because I had bad luck. Why does Arma have so few winter gear? Well, it's simple, Jay. It's so people like you can just re-script the armor in-game to turn it white to do the work for you. When's the next 506 Zombie Zeus op? Wednesday. It's bi-weekly Wednesdays. I alternate that slot with Cherry, who... His last campaign ended last week, but it was really fun. I'm annoyed, though, because if I knew that was the last op, I would have hit it out completely differently, but I understand why it was done that way, because, you know, it kept us off guard. That's what you're doing, Ree? Oh, I'd love to borrow those kits and go on Altus Winter, then. Have some winter gear here. But anyway, AO's already made for them. I've got a debug corner back there, and I might throw in a few surprises to mess with them later. Oh yeah, I can understand that, Jay. I mean, there are some mods to make some white uniforms, but you also got to consider this. There aren't that many winter maps in Arma 3. The only place you're going to really find some good winter maps is with IFA, specifically the Northern Fronts mod. Has some beautiful winter maps in it. But otherwise, that's just luck of the draw. But again, Arma's a sandbox. You can do anything you want with it. But just because, you know, you can find a few things in it doesn't mean it's really mainstream.
Okay, sword in the chopper, shield in the Vix, and
funny, Jay.
Taking a Polaris.
Alpha, it appears is only 6 man. Alpha, Bravo.
Random player ping. When they ping, I can hit the space bar to go check it. Check them out. Usually the ping is just their way to get my attention if they find something that should be a bug. For example, an AI that they can't kill. It happens. Any tips for a beginner, Zeus? Number one tip is make sure you take feedback from your player base. A beginner Zeus is only really defined by 2 definitions. 1, learning everything as is, and 2, learning the meta behind the player base you're Zeusing for. There's no such thing as the best Zeus. The best Zeus is only defined by how good they are at serving their own player base. This is hi, send message.
Moving out 10 now.
Roger, good luck, have fun. Out. So, what I would recommend, first and foremost, is just at the end of the operation, have a way that you could talk to your players to get feedback on what the players liked and didn't like. Be it talk with them in a debrief, have a Discord channel or a forum post or whatever you use to reach out and say, hey, you know, rate the op. How'd you like it? Any improvement on the Zeus side of things? Were the enemy units too overpowered? Do you think they took too many bullets? You know, that sort of thing. Because you can have your vision of how you want an op to go, but there's also then the vision made by the community you're Zeusing in of how the players want things to go. And that's why I also recommend you should never just start in a community Zeusing. You need to start by playing on the ground with them and trying to figure out what things they like and don't like. Because if you don't, and you Zeus your way, they might not particularly like your way, and that's going to make a really bad first impression. That's something I learned the hard way a few times, which is why I don't really do Zeus work outside of the communities I work for right now, because I don't have the time to, you know, make that giant time investment. So that's what I would recommend. Massive collab with people, no, because those take a lot of time and effort, and
on map, we're going to get to the edge of that.
Normally you don't see them mix well.
CFP, and then we will cover and shield as they assault up the road.
Now.
Ground command will
Thanks
stick
to
with
Epmod add 1 count, I am still stuck here with a sub.
Mox, you're still stuck with that thing for 10 more months, man. Mox is one of our good players in TSB. He also hates being subbed to me, but Modaddict gave him a year-long sub, so now he's stuck with it. So, Mox, thank you so much for your continued support of this channel. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, both playing and watching. I hope you get a kick out of this stream, and I hope you can hear my shit-eating grin.
We will keep a marker on map updated whenever we're not in contact.
He can't cancel. It's a gift sub. You can't cancel a gift sub. But here's the thing about the collabs. So collabs are really difficult because for the reasons I just mentioned why you can't just start Zeusing for a different community, imagine taking two different communities and trying to find either... usually what happens is one community, whoever's the host Zeus, will be the Zeus Zeusing for that community. TSB is a hybrid community in the sense that it is casual, but we take most of the operation seriously. ZF is a pure casual community where they usually meme around most of. KD and XX is a milsim. At least that's what Remy said in his podcast when I was there. So you don't really mix casual and milsim together. When you do, you have a really weird freakish hybrid thing, which is what TSB is. That either works or is really, really shaky. I mean, his words, not mine. Do they have casual ops that they have a lot of fun in? Yes. That's what I've been told. I'm just literally going off of his words because I don't like to approximate. I don't like to judge. Well, no, that's a lie. I do like to judge, but I don't.
Thunder Ranger,
I don't look at something and then make assumptions and then pass those assumptions on as fact. I think there's too many people that do that in this world, and they need to stop. But if you want to try something, always feel free to try something. That's also why I hate dual clanning rules, because that stops you from trying things, because that just shows that communities are too afraid of losing members, when in reality the best way to retain your members is to just have good ops. And the best way to have good ops is to take feedback from your players. So, you know, your players can come to get some expectations of what they'll get out of the ops, and you as a Zeus have a good guideline of what to make. And it's not just Zeus's, it's mission makers in general. You know?
Once you get to rally marker,
I will admit, it's really hard for TSB to get these guidelines down, though, because we have so many different Zeuses with so many different styles, and we encourage them all to, you know, style it their own way. Because that's part of the fun. But that also means, you know, you can play one guy's op for the first 3 hours of the day, and then play the next op, and it's going to be completely different. You know, one will probably be like a realism, simple counterinsurgency, re-clear a town with some nasty urban fighting. And then the next op can be a Warhammer 40k tank-only desert battle that makes the Battle of the 73 Eastings look like a walk through the playground. You know? I don't want to talk about Task Force Manticore. It's...
the ground, confirm you want us on sort of
I don't know.
position to help look over the forest?
Confirm.
Then you have the milsims like what Task Force Manticore had. I don't mean to talk shit about them, but I think it's kind of silly to require certifications to use certain guns in a community, or even use certain scopes for your gun in a community.
Before we get there, we're approaching a military compound.
I thought it was silly when I played Star Sim. I still think it's silly.
That's Charlie QAC.
Well, Yoshi, I mean,
This is JTAG.
the beauty of YouTube is that there's multiple content creators on Arma. I'll admit, I don't really watch anything on YouTube, except I'll get into little clicks. Like, I like Star Trek, so I'll put Star Trek stuff in the background while I work. Recently, I found a guy called Mitten Squad that does these can you only do this through a playthrough and still beat, like, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Skyrim, Oblivion, blah, blah, blah. I like listening to those in the background while I work. But
Keep yourself down for now.
I don't really watch that much. But YouTube has the beauty of we have a lot of different people out there. Jester814, Remy, Digby, Soviet Womble if he still does stuff, myself, Loot09's old stuff. And, you know, you can pick and choose what you want to watch. And if you want to, you can even join them in an arm op. Most guys aren't that picky, with the exception of the bigger YouTubers, but the only reason they have to be picky is because, you know, they got giant channels and they have thousands of applicants.
Eyes on infantry and
Luton was like that back in the day. I think Rimmy's like that now. He was talking about it in his podcast. I'm happy to say TSB is...
South of Shield.
We were like that a little in the beginning because when Luton split off and made his elitist community, all the people that weren't able to make it to his place came to mine. So we had, you know, some really good like 50, 60 person ops for a while, but that petered off. Simply because we were still, you know, adapting everything. I turned into an egotistical prick for a year. That sort of stuff.
No contact yet. Just eyes on.
Where are you?
We're currently west by 300 meters from abandoned COP marker.
Affirm, shield should be on shield assault marker.
Yeah, I know, Jay, but again, there are some people out there that enjoy that type of stuff. They enjoy parading around. They enjoy having a brotherhood of people they can play with, you know, because those are people they play with for life and whatnot. And, you know, we can make fun of communities like that, but at the same time, Arma is a sandbox and has that appeal, and certain people join those communities for that appeal.
And we'll start pushing up to the edge of the tree line and we can then suppress the compound.
Hey,
Oh,
I'm just waiting on shield.
one of the 50 cals just fired and killed someone in a Marshall. He just sniped the driver out. Wow. So yeah, 50 cal ammo can penetrate a lot more these days, but yeah, that was a direct hit on the driver, so that Marshall's gonna be stuck until a medic comes up and heals him. Hopefully the gunner realizes that his driver's down. Anyway, I'm gonna get a hard copy here on some squads of infantry and send them to counter.
I been in cop.
I know, Jay, but there's some people that, you know, want to do that.
1 times enemy technical at the gate.
Affirm, shield, push the compound.
Alright, we're hearing some airstrikes coming right here. There is an ammo cache for resupply in here if they want it. Yeah, so he was at high altitude right there. I'm surprised this guy didn't fire.
We took 50 cal and driver's very hurt.
Yeah, he's set to combat. But yeah, no, so he just asked for a medic to come up to his position, which is good. Now, what's great about these forests is because the helicopters don't have any thermal optics, they're not going to be able to see if I put some guys in dense forests and have them come up as infantry to mess with them. So, again, this is going to be a very casual operation, me just spawning waves of units for them to go through
How are you doing on
and kill. Because one of my unspoken rules about Zeusing is 99 out of 100 times players want to pew-pew their guns. So let the players pew-pew their guns. Yes, there's still the jet pilot slot, but Ground opted not to take it today because we didn't have the numbers. But now I am going to do a drive. And I was just hit, but I think I just ran a dude over. No, Reaper ended up next to me and just mag dumped the gunner. Nice. I'm trying not to run players over anymore, even though I really want to, but only if it's like absolutely necessary. I'm trying to adopt what Friday Night Fights doctrine is on running people over. Just so I can train myself to actually play Friday Night Fights. But speaking of Friday Night Fights, that's a good example of when collabs actually work. Because Friday Night Fights is literally a bunch of communities working together. So, you know, it can work, but that's because Friday Night Fights, they have their own doctrine of how things are supposed to work.
Under reins.
Risen saw me maneuver like that. But I'm gonna also be RCing some units and shooting at them here.
Shield deltas on the wall.
You just try to throw a grenade in here.
This is range moving close.
Ooh, got another one up there. Nice. Surprised they didn't blow themselves up with that grenade. But let's see, had some guys run up over here. Looks like they were quickly taken out. That is
Shield, wait on the wall,
good.
Sword to get there, then bound interior.
Have these guys try to run around on that forested side.
Copy.
Also, by the way, as a disclaimer, guys, I do Zeus very aggressively in... actually, I want to keep them there. When I RC them, they break their garrison. But I want to keep them there because I always like putting people in these little sneak spots, especially after Adrihado's amazing play in that Friday night fight last Friday. But I'm very aggressive on Friday ops because their medical system is very, very easy and simple. It only takes 8 seconds to fully heal a guy that's down, so I will like intentionally go up and shoot people in the face. There's a lot of remote control PvP is what I'm trying to say. Which is again another feature of this aspect.
Murray, can you destroy the wall?
Gun run, green smoke.
Shield.
Gun run, green smoke.
Shield after run, bound interior, sword hold exterior.
Copy.
Use the south side, use the south side. Do not push up the western edge.
Sword, yes, sir.
No one holding that sector as I just come around, down 2 guys. But I mean, we have the medic right here. He'll be able to get Lance up. Watch this. So I literally just dropped him. He heals him up.
Gun run.
And then...
Shield, go.
Boom, he's okay. That's because I don't run ace in these types of ops. Because even though we could run ace on all the basic settings, I used to have to do that for Luton, and we only did it for 2 weeks for 2 ops, and it was hell. So we're never doing that again.
Rangers to ground, TS5, bearing 20 from my position. We're left side of the compound. Enemy infantry were on the ridge and dealt with them.
Hey, Gen Killer, how you doing?
Good shit.
Yeah, as I'm just spraying them down. That guy just got shot in the back. I got these guys coming around. And I still have this thing up here.
Command, we are moving to the north side of the compound and hold any possible caravan from the north.
Affirm, sword hold the exterior, shield should be clearing the interior. Squaddies, communicate with yourself.
Fatal funnel! And they got me as I turned away. But alright, that ammo thing has been taken. I am going to love to see. I'm going to pull him back a little bit.
Friendlies in front of you. Please assist.
Now I'll remote him myself.
Copy.
Hey, my pause by these rocks, mate. Keep your
Let's
eyes
see if I
closed
get
on
them
these
with their back turned to me.
Range about 150.
Alpha's moving in on the north side.
Nice. So I always love putting my AI in little cheeky spots to try to outgun them. But let's see, I'm gonna get this turret.
High, ground.
Oh, he's stuck reloading, that's why. This is high, send message.
Cache identified an abandoned cop, please advise.
Roger, that was probably the a cache of weapons for the garrison of that cop. I assume they're all dead now, so you can use that as resupply.
Affirm. Shield, sit rep on clearing.
Compound is clear.
Affirm.
Let's see if he goes left or right.
Solid copy.
Sword, begin moving. Sword, begin moving towards your assault position.
He went in between the shots, and he's a medic too, so he can bring that guy back up. All right.
Affirm, move to next staging positions.
Now I will
high,
uphold.
Round, cop clear.
This is high, Roger. Stand by. I will make teleport pulls.
First Sergeant to GC.
Let's
Go ahead.
see. Cop.
Is medic on marker platoon medic. Platoon medic's down.
Affirm, shield, can I get your medic coming to marker platoon medic down?
Charlie, you got that? You want me to
That names the polls. Now I will set up some markers to
Sword, make sure you
organize
hold at your assault marker for everyone else to be ready.
Alpha reads.
Bravo read.
Hey you, Butthead. Butthead McGee.
Yes.
Okay, hey, there's a teleport pole over there. You see by that big red pole? You can use that and literally go right up to where they are right now.
Okay. I was just trying to get everything set up so I can actually
Go ahead.
Yep, you're good.
Seymour's heading your way. He'll be picking up your...
I knew it was POLE. I second guessed myself. Oh well. Because I have voting on the brain.
Assault mark on the second objective. Confirm.
Ranger confirms.
I keep politics out of this channel, but this next U.S. election is gonna be lit.
The ground team will begin.
I love the political memes that have been coming out.
To my ears.
Yeah, no, it's been a pain in the butt because I've had to get a new government-issued ID. Something just exploded. Looks like a random technical that was part of the map that decided to start flying.
1 times techie from...
And yeah, again, I've got all the, like,
has been disabled.
major positions pre-garrison, and then all the minor stuff I can set up camps ahead of time. But yeah, I had to set up my ID because they were trying not to accept my passport. It was dumb. Yeah, Jay, I completely understand that. But yeah, I can sneak infantry into positions, and that means the frames will keep really good as well, because I will admit, this one, I didn't pre-write where all the squads were. Usually, on a sticky note, I write down roughly like how much AI I have in a certain spot, but for this one, I'm just gonna guesstimate.
Vex are going to follow Sword. Sword, we're waiting on your go.
Is Liru bad at typing? You don't need to make a poll for that. The answer is yes. Is Liru bad at English? The answer is also yes. Is Mox never going to get unsubbed because I will literally make a bot account just to keep gift subbing him for his insolence? The answer is also yes.
Shield, are you guys in position?
Alright, when they start moving along from these positions, I'll delete the bodies.
Delta 2, I see. Are you on this net?
And again, that'll help keep frames good.
About that. Shattered loud.
Where are you?
Currently still in the compound.
Okay,
All ground forces.
Am I good with golf with your friends? Depends. Some of them suck.
All forces push.
When I say them, I mean the courses. Others are okay, but... Oh, it's the gunner, the shotgun seats are getting out and running around. It's making the aircraft think that they're trying to mount up. But if that's the case, I'll send these guys over to drive.
Alpha lead. Can I get a TP for Jay Sean? He's a late joiner. He's also lost.
Please tell me you're joking.
Sword, push target.
Alpha, who's your lead?
Wasver is lead.
I'm baffled that he can only be 100 meters away from you and be lost, but okay.
Yeah.
I'll cater this one time.
Thank you.
I really hate doing this. I'm only doing it because it's a public op, but you know, if they start expecting me to teleport them when they get lost, then... Oh, wow. Outcast somehow just killed 3 of his friends. Nice.
Marit, can you move to shield position and provide support?
Thunder copy.
These guys screwed up some of my wheels. It's a public op, though. I'm not gonna have a new guy get lost in a public op, you know? I want them to have fun. And the driver's no longer doing what I'm telling him to. I just hit the vehicle!
Sword, shield.
Oh, no! I didn't mean to do that!
SPGs, go air.
Oh! Well, he was pushing up on his own, but oh! I didn't mean to do that. I don't mean to kill the vehicles off this early. Okay, that was bad.
Good copy.
Mox, the answer is yes, I'm abusing you, and I'm not gonna do anything about it, but okay, I just killed the vehicle. Whoops. It's really hard to angle. Like, I want to get a warning shot next to them, sure, to like spook them. Because if you don't spook them, then they keep going ahead of infantry like that, and eventually they will get killed by something. But
Ranger.
Yeah.
Creature.
That's why I wanted the driver to stop so I could stabilize to make that
If you
shot.
to my pause, I'm just
Okay, well,
if you're the marshal, get eyes on this fucking note.
I don't feel as bad because he was way ahead of the infantry next to
Ranger.
enemies, but oops.
Be advised, we're literally 50 meters to the south of the
Task
tunnel
failed
towards the
successfully.
compound.
Yeah.
We have to recognize when yellow smoke is.
Yeah, that's what happened. Anyway, they call an airstrike on those guys because they thought there was more. That's a good call.
Alpha is up, isn't moving.
Sword, sit rep.
Whew. You require financial compensation? Bro, I mean, if I was like millions of viewers, or not millions of, like millions of YouTube subscribers, thousands of Twitch viewers, sure, I would pay my mods.
From where?
I'd also pay my T5s and TSB.
south.
But, well, I don't have that much money. That's the fun thing about being midstream on YouTube. I am actually making just about as much money as Bloodwing does at her entry-level job at a big contracting company. And the first raise she officially got made her make more money than me. So I don't do this for the money. I do it for the fun. But I don't have anything to pay you with, other than gift subs
Copy.
from
Alpha
Mod
copies.
a dick. But anyway, let's see. They took the first question mark. Nice little position here, and they're going to keep maneuvering around. Meanwhile, I'm going to maneuver this Vic back. And let's see, what bodies do I have back here to delete? Some of those, and I'll go ahead remote control a unit. Did I just see anti-static in here? I didn't see a T5 though.
This is
Ow,
Ranger.
I've been shot.
Send it.
I can ask the guys in the commanders Vic if they want to drive you back to go get.
I've been shot again.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good to us. We're up at the compound at this point.
Let's see,
we'll
is
do
that
that.
Vic turning around? Yes, it is. It has a wounded wheel. Oh, that's the SPG-9 Vic that I used to
at the south towards Shield
derp.
RP. Go
Amazing.
We are moving now.
Predator-style ops would be very difficult because the AI for the Predator mod is very ambitious in the sense that it really wants to do its own thing and kill everybody, and it'll like one-tap them.
Vehicle destroyed. Head over to the abandoned cop. You'll be picked up by air, taken back base to grab a new vehicle.
But if we were to have it like players, then it would be a little easier.
Hey, ground.
This is First Sergeant. I'll drop them off for you.
Is there a better spot you got for Overwatch? 'Cause
Wow,
this
I
is
have a
an open
magazine of
field.
4 bullets and a fresh magazine of 30, so I can play this guy super fast and loose.
I'm on sword marker, and it's not an open field. There's a fucking forest here.
But yeah, there's a lot of ops I want to do.
Shield has contact south of blue line.
Affirm, shield, push those targets, sword, I
tried. But at the same time, there's only so much time I have in the day to do ops.
shield, let me know if we need to divert forces to sword.
Shield instead of divert.
Well, I tried to play that guy a little more tactically. Ended up the same result.
Support, let me know. Mark the target, and I'll call
Oh,
him
I was gonna try to get in the SPG-9. Oh well.
there. Yellow smoke.
Let's let them get a little bit of ground, have the next firefight be around right here. Also send a technical or two to take care of them.
Sword, shield.
I don't think there's any mods for Battlestar
shield,
Galactica
RP.
stuff.
Your
There's also
objectives,
similarly
progress
no
along.
mods for Star Trek stuff, which makes me very, very sad. Stop letting my life get in the way of ops. I'm sorry.
Ground command requesting.
If I got paid more,
requesting that I'm
then
able to soften up
maybe.
the next question mark.
But till then, I still have college, the love of my life.
Go again.
Requesting permission to soften up this next question mark.
The pleasures of the carnal
Use
flesh.
soften all the way. You use your soft
God,
fluffy
that sounds
to
so weird to
soften
say.
things.
Why am I spawning you? I already said that we're gonna let them get a little bit more ground here first.
Air is
This is Ranger to ground. We're just going to destroy the SPG techie so it doesn't come
We
back
did
to bite us.
Starship Trooper stuff. It's a very big, buggy mess, though, similar to the Stalker stuff, so don't hold your breath. That was them destroying the vehicle with the Marshal, I believe, based off of the sound of that AP autocannon. And let's see, what do I want to get here? Let's go up here. Load up 2 guys in that technical. I'm waiting for the vehicles to get really cocky and start trying to ram squads of infantry. Then I'll start adding the RPG guy into squads of infantry.
Alpha is at sword marker.
We'll go from there.
Shield Delta is about 200 meters out of a shield RP.
The crashing cruiser and the Starship Trooper op. Yeah, that was a very abrupt one, but I thought it was pretty cool. Making little corny, silly situations like that. It's fun. I think still hasn't respawned yet. I'm grabbing the other one.
On route back to the front line.
Yeah, normally I don't delete vehicle wrecks, but at the rate of the infantry movement here, I can afford to delete them.
Shield, double time it to mark.
Solid.
Copy.
Well, okay, so Star Trek, if you get into the lore, actually has a good amount of ground weapons. One of the best ones to see some of those guns is the episode in DS9 where, what's his name? Quark decides to become an arms dealer, and then his morality comes into question. But there's some really cool guns in that one. But honestly, all you would need is, because most guys only use like one type of weapon, I would love to do the Occupation of Bajor.
Confirm Ranger.
I would love to do a Bajorans versus Cardassian
Sword up,
campaign.
ready to go.
Absolutely love to.
Shield is at marker. Proceed along assault line.
One-shot disintegrations doesn't sound like fun. Well, okay, I agree with you, but
Proceed along designated line.
there's also, like, especially if the main characters get shot, then it's only a wounding shot.
I got a request to repeat gun run. I want a gun run repeated onto
So
the
with Ace,
actual
we'd
weapon
finagle
we're
it a
looking.
little bit.
Wrong.
Make that work. But DS9 and Voyager Elite Force, yeah, with the hazard teams, right? Hazard teams would be nice too. We just have to be patient. Oh, he started firing on his own there. Nice. So yeah, pilots, they do have to be careful because one of those 50 cal shots, if they get lucky, will pen and kill people. Kill the pilot and cause it to crash land.
Send traffic JTAC.
Forces are still 3 or 4 mics out. Feel free to repeat gun run as optional until told otherwise.
You know what? I'm also going to spawn a few infantry teams to the north here. And these ones I will include RPGs with. Why'd it take... Okay. Weird little miss micro there from myself. Hooray.
Shield, reach double time.
And let's go ahead, send this stuff sideways here.
This is Ranger. Be advised, contacts pushing along Swords line.
So they've popped a smoke, vehicles supporting from the rear.
Shield, hostiles to the front.
Do not cross the white smoke. Do not cross the white smoke.
As one squad crosses the white smoke. Well, they just neutered that
Alpha, remove
technical.
the
I'm
technical
gonna have
advantage
these
taken.
guys pass through it quicker. I'm gonna try to maneuver these guys and box them in. The guys that are still within engagement range will
Shield, keep
come
pushing
by.
to distract. Shield, contact south, direct south.
Shield copies.
So yeah, I can still force some of them into an ambush here.
Shield, ground, keep pushing. Maintain your
So
fire.
let's see, Galil just got wounded because they just said not to pass white
Friendlies,
smoke.
Good to push up.
Blue just got shot in the back. Medic is still alive. Some of them aren't even shooting, like...
Ranger assault, contacts northeast, coming in.
Now these guys come in to start camping the bodies here. Hopefully, squad will come in, because the bleed out time is either 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah, that's a nice little mascot. See, we can make that out of a squad. But they were told not to cross white smoke. I had a bunch of AI over there, and I made it a little miserable for them. So again, I can still clearly kill off a squad if they try to go on their own. Now, I hear Vic.
That one being our seed. You can't stop me. I have 90 seconds.
Caleb. I was trying to find the AT launcher for the Vic. I love Caleb's Defiance. It can get on some people's nerves, but I find it funny. Oh shit. No, no, no! Ha! Your rockets mean nothing to me, Iopus! Or was that Outcast? I don't know. But yeah, if you're noticing, there's a little bit of lag on the unit, so I think that's purely because of the defilade. But yeah, Medic's got in there and is able to
Shield's about 200 meters out.
help him out there. Anyway, looking back here, any bodies? That guy's routing, so I'll go ahead and delete him.
Hold fire on the 30 mil. You're hitting some of the trees and shrapnel's hitting. I'll stick to coax.
I don't know why, but that
Alpha
vehicle
lead
was
back
not
online.
respawning, so...
Shield, this is JTAC. How far up are you? We are about
That's weird.
200 meters away from it. Into the actual giant ball. of
Didn't
doom.
mean to delete that either, but it wasn't
South,
respawning,
southeast,
so...
clear the north side. Sword,
Yeah, it is
how close are you
Iopus.
to
Come
the,
on, get him!
objective?
Shoot Iopus. Yo, it got him! It got him!
Shield is beginning its
Oh!
Sergeant Sword is
Good
online
job,
with the
Mr.
black marker.
AI.
Solid copy.
Now he's gonna level out and fly off into infinity. Oh, I love it. Oh! Oh, that's beautiful.
Shield, push interior.
Now my question is the helicopter gonna go back
Be
down?
advised, avoid the whole box. Purple box, airstrike coming in north, southeast to northwest.
Negative, break off, break off, break off. Friendly's interior.
Bravo 12.
Friendlies are interior. Shield pushing.
All right, I'm gonna have to cut the fuel on it so he goes ahead and crashes, because otherwise he's gonna still like peter up and down. That also, the other helicopter's down too. It's a fresh explosion though. They're usually set to 3 minutes on respawn.
Shield, make sure you're together.
Okay, come on, no, fuel cut. There we go. Alright, so they're gonna be out of air support for a little bit as those respawn.
Delta, sit rep.
We got 3 guys down.
Where?
And there goes Iopus's helicopter.
Report about that.
Because we currently have both our medics on it.
Alright, so Seymour, he had a group of people over here fighting some dudes. They did go down, but notice how, you know, I'm only spawning like 1 or 2 squads, up to 3 to 4 max at a time for them to fight. They're a platoon which has better equipment as these guys, so they're easily able to overpower. And that's just, you know, it ties to the balance here, so it still lets them gain ground.
On 5-0, where are you?
Yeah, again, I'm, let's see, 1250.
Contact with both my helicopters, one of them DC'd.
Shield, clear the rest of the HQ building. Sword, move
It's
to
not
sword
back in
rally
another
bunker.
minute,
Cover
and I know
up shield.
vehicle respawns are busted for whatever weird reason.
Sword, copy.
Alpha, copies.
Mox, if you want. What are the odds of crashing into people? Slim, but never 0. And I have highlights of the pilots having... I have 2 mid-air collisions, and 1... Yep, alright, so there's 1 helicopter back.
Concern from Sword, please copy my last instructions.
Yeah, okay, so the retexture script isn't working. That's fine.
This is Ranger, be advised, infantry on rally point.
Still trying to fix that one. But I've got clips of people crashing into
Confirmed that
into players once they crash land. I've got some of
objective is clear. Move
2
to
mid-air
shield rally.
collisions.
Copy.
Oh, copy on that.
All right, I got an RP, Jude. Let's do a little bit of shock infantry here.
Hi, Command. This is JTAC. How copy?
This is hi, send message.
I believe I'm out of range of the airfield, and I can't get in touch with one of my helo crews. Can you confirm he's at the airfield?
Yes, he is. Both your helicopters were shot down, and the helicopters are, like all other vehicles, on a few-minute timer for respawn. Over.
Solid copy.
Friendly reminds all forces, let's not take fucking enemy equipment.
That's because the script didn't work. All right.
Confirm, have the mark. You have Alpha on your feet, so have them assist you.
Bravo, where are you? Can you make a mark?
Shield, sit rep, Charlie, Delta.
Delta,
right.
on the rally point.
One of those cases of the script worked in single player, but for whatever reason, multiplayer, it's having some issues. But at least it's not duping all the inventory items like it was earlier. So I don't know. Have to look at that later. Helicopter-sized bullets.
Charlie, sit rep.
And let's continue to go shoot people.
Charlie has a lot
I mean, so there are XCOM mods. It's called Uncom. It's really, really cool. It has some really overpowered weaponry. But, yeah, to turn a turn-based real-time strategy into Arma 3 style is very difficult.
We got mascots at the northeastern side of the object.
That would be really funny to, like, make a joke op and invite, like, 10 people to play that, though, but also have dudes on the alien side. I totally just killed a dude. And they're trying to kill me. Weird how that works.
Alpha's on their way.
And I just got one tapped in the side of the head. Oh, I killed Nimia. Well, oh no, I didn't kill Nimia. I killed Melon, but I think the other guy killed Nim. Yep, so they're gonna ignore the uncheck question marked area because the nice little gully right here. Oh, it's also because air was down, so you never know. 10 XCOM, 40 aliens. What would I name it?
I hear you.
Yes, Iopus.
Or why would you name it Nightmare? Name what Nightmare? I don't know.
You currently headed up in
Was this open to T0s? Yes. Well, I mean, Jen, like 90% of the ops in TSB are open to T0s. It's this is the quote-unquote public op that we advertise that it's open to everybody. But
Sword,
yeah,
shield, move to rally markers, observe line next to
like
the
every
marker that is your arc of vision.
like
Move.
all the ops by other Zeuses are open to the public.
Alpha is at sword rally point.
This is Thunder.
There's only like one or two. Ooh, I shot him in the head. There's only one other op done by, I think Sniper Wolf, that's tier 3 and up. Because it's the tier 3, one of the tier 3 ops. I'm not sure if he does any more right now, though, because school.
Are you 155?
The good old hide in the tree tactic and kill everybody. Works like a charm.
Shield, get off that hill, you're getting picked up.
I don't mean to be rude, dude, but I've been playing this game longer than you, so you better be quick on the drop if you're gonna hit me one-to-one in front. Ooh, a smoke grenade. Very smart. I can't really do anything about that.
Sword, please move to shield rally and slowly move south.
If Starlight squad leaders down.
Affirm. Sword, move to shield rally and then southbound.
Soon as I run out of the tree, I get shot. I saw him poking his head out. Let's see, I think I dropped like, what, 4 dudes?
Situated.
Sword on their way.
Make them fear. I'll let them gain a little bit more ground, then send more infantry up against them. Last week, Sniper did already still run it. And then, of course, I still have my, the tier 3 op slot, which plays after the public op. But I don't run the tier 2 slot anymore, because this public op is on the tier 2 slot, and instead I opened up another Thursday slot. But I had to close the Wednesday slot because of classes. But I still Zeus, let's see, 2 missions on Monday, 2 missions on Sunday, 1 mission on Thursday. I still do 5 a week. Once in a blue moon, I do something to 700th on Saturday when it's open.
We are...
And bi-weekly, I host at the 506.
Affirm. Sword, sit rep.
Sword advancing past shield rally point.
Affirm. Follow the red
Every
line,
op
clear it
except
out,
this
then
one
head
we
back.
use Ace. Again, this is the public op, and I don't want to give anyone the horror of trying to teach a bunch of new people how to use Ace. Because I lived through that when I worked under Luton for 2 weeks, and we made him stop. Instead of having it weekly, we once in a while had an op that had a very advanced mod set, and worked with that one.
Fonda. Fonda, this is Reacher.
Yeah, Jen, I was told I missed a really good op by the 700 yesterday, but
Hang about near Sword
I mean,
Rally
again,
from myself,
usually on
south of the
Saturdays, that's
station,
Blood
so
Wings
down the
Day,
road
you know,
leading out
where
to the
I
northeast.
spend time with her, and we had a really fun date night.
Rely on you.
I wouldn't even call it a date night, it was a date day. Went mini golfing, got ice cream. I got scammed out of giving the cashier an extra $1 because he couldn't count, and he judged me on not being able to count. But I didn't say anything because I didn't want to look like that type of person. But it low-key pissed me off. We cooked chicken katsu together, went through an Asian market together, and yeah, had a good time. She got me into a new anime, which I will now wait for her to finish.
This is Shield Charlie, repeat Shield rally under.
Affirm.
Also, just on there as well.
Shield. When
And then
you
we
are
had
up
a
against
little
the
romantic
shield rally
writing
marker, let
things
me know
down
when you are
exercise
there.
about things we
Sword,
like
pull
our
back.
partner to do. Things that we like our partner to do, and I drew a giant asterisk on my hand because I had to explain one of the sections.
Bound in retreat.
It was
Shield
something
to pick up where you
something
are.
about demons and the demon getting reincarnated and keeping all of his memories and powers and basically being a one-punch man, which I personally love. Who knew that the guy that enjoys Zeusing and exploiting his own god complex likes watching other people exploit their own god complexes? I mean, shrug. NI Arms does not have a katana.
Ground, just to make certain
No.
you want sword to meet
There's
up
a
with
mod from, it's one of the, it's either IFA or Faces of War. I think it's Faces of War that has the katana. It was Kick-Ass that had all the fancy swords, but that got taken down and replaced. I'm not sure if they're still in that pack.
So basically move back to the markers that I have on map.
Yeah, exactly. KA is Kick-Ass. I forget, people still call it that.
Then just moving back, we've got a lot of smoke.
Well, I know,
and everything
Kick-Ass is still up, but he had to
like
take the mod down to get rid of some of the guns because he ripped those from other games, and then he put it back up. I thought I said that. I might not have. I'm sorry. I don't mean to spread misinformation. I'm just saying, like, why, what happened, and blah, blah, blah. I'm pretty sure Excalibur isn't still in there. Or it could be. I don't know. Haven't looked at it in a while.
I want everyone at the first rally positions.
Sword reads, ground forces advised you have a techie moving along shield blue line heading west.
Reaper, sorry, fucking reach it to Fonda.
I mean, Yoshi, yeah, no, if you are a Mary Sue at everything, yeah, it's going to get boring.
Fonda, black circle marker north of your
Yet,
position by
people enjoyed the new Star Wars trilogy, so I don't see what the problem is.
The 40 mil.
I can't help but make that joke, but... No, I mean, if you were immortal and you had someone to share it with, I think it would be a little bit better, but that's just me personally.
Enemy technical down that was heading along the blue line.
Alright, again, now these infantry squads are spawning with the AT guys, so... Ever watch Death March? I actually don't watch that much anime. I will admit there is a Crunchyroll account tied to the email that also runs my main YouTube channel, but that's because it's Blood Wings, because it was a birthday present.
QRF that was encroaching onto my position, times no RPG capable full mobiles.
Alpha 6, we're gonna fall red line after contact.
I just heard another explosion in the distance. Was that the technical cooking off? I think one of the pilots left. I don't know why.
Fonda, excellent
Sword guard contact.
Here, Mox, if you want to come in as the other pilot, there's the pass. Just DM'd it to you. And let me make sure that this has...
Thunder, reach it.
Cool. And that should override it just because I think the script is busted.
Any more contacts? I saw about squad-sized elements get blown to shit. Anything left over there?
Negative, didn't have eyes on. I had to pull back. Good BDA on that though. Thanks for the assist.
Oh yeah, Bornholm's a great map.
No problem.
I just gave the spare pilot slot to Mox. I don't think JTech wants his jet filled today.
We need to support Sword as well. We're going to be moving through an open valley. You need your eyes overhead. Air, please provide visual on the forest. Squads move along assault route.
Sword is advancing.
Waiting for a break in their comms. JTAC, this is high. How copy?
Hey, firm, you have 2 squads there. Handle it.
This is JTAC, how copy?
Roger, be advised. I'm bringing Moxie into the server. He's going to replace that pilot who left over.
Hey, firm, I talked already.
I thought we said pilot, not dead.
Pilot, not daredevil. Jesus. Alright, so we're going to run up and shoot some people and have a good time. But I mean, again, like, public ops, it's just so people can have fun shooting their guns. Because, again, 99 out of 100 ops, if you played 100 ops, 99 of them are going to be... no. Fuck, I don't know how to recover from that. Basically, people just want to shoot their guns and that's it. Just walked up and one-tapped that dude in the face.
MSR by...
Hey, buddy, you've got to check your left. Alright, so I've completely slaughtered their left flank.
We're currently engaging a few scattered squads here.
Continue pushing as fast as possible to the RP markers.
It's because they were saying, no, look east. So someone was shouting, no, look east. But east was the other squad's job, so these guys didn't check their left, and, yeah, this entire flank is falling apart.
sword shield. When you get to the RP marker, please hold for security. Let me know when you are there.
So now Seymour's trying his best here. Yeah, we still have a medic right here, so he'll be able to fix it. Apparently the medic just, or excuse me, JTAC tried to engage this Vic, or an aircraft did, I don't know. Now those guys are getting engaged. But yeah, oh, Seymour just went down. But we still have Bat Pony back here who can also medic everyone up. Now we have Grease over here. Just dropped 2 guys, gotta be careful, there's a guy coming around on the far left. Righto, Jay, thanks for dropping by. I'm sure I'll have some more texture work for you one day. Oh man, look at all these guys. They got caught out in the open and had a Maskaz right here because they were caught in the open.
Yeah, Charlie element.
So there's 2 Maskazes.
There should not be a Maskaz if they're both still up.
We are currently seeing them. We have 1 medic up currently.
Ooh, but yeah, that was a pretty nasty murder, but Bat Pony getting Seymour up, prioritizing that medic, always like to see that. And we still have JY up here who is going to be able to get people up. But yeah, you don't want to be caught in an open area against enemies on the high ground, because otherwise it gets very messy very quickly. I'm gonna have these squads kind of come down, break them apart so they move quicker. They slow down because air is flying low, and they take priority alert into air and go into an evasive mode to hide it, even if you mean for them to maneuver, which is also why I hate Lamb's AI, because Lamb's AI just does that to the AI period, and it's annoying as hell to work with.
Sword, be advised, direct west, squad.
Now, my question is, do we have an AT range on that vehicle from over here? And just for the lulz... Yeah, I was over. Yeah, the RPGs do not really like to drop from vanilla. It's weird.
Hi, this is Alpha Lead. We have a friendly who is stuck in the glitch animation.
This is hi. My apologies for not going over that in the beginning. Just shoot them in the face and res them again, and it should be fine.
Shield, this is Thunder. We're just west of your position. Where are the enemy contacts from your position marked on map?
Currently, we're not taking any fire from any direction, so I think we got them all cleared. Charlie's back up as well. I think Maskaz is good now.
Copy that, we're gonna hang back.
Move forwards, eyes northeast.
Ah, swing and a miss, Charlie Brown.
Guys, scoot and shoot. Keep moving along your aggressive lines.
Attempting to high.
That was ground, not high. I'm high. How are you? Alright, so these guys all got obliterated.
Shield, is your Maskaz being dealt with?
Airstrike still coming down on that red smoke.
Stay firm, keep moving. You are far behind.
Barb, get back in the basement. Go play with Alice some more.
Thunder to ground, be advised.
Oh my god, no, okay, alright, side comment. I don't know why this segued to this, but Bloodwing's going to apparently join our 40k D&D thing. Like, she's interested, like, coming on once in a while. And there's this really overpowered character that sometimes shows up just to fuck with everybody. And I'm wondering if she could play that character once in a while. As a maniac. Fucking Slaneshi Daemonettes, man. Plus, the party has almost died to some really big bullshit anyway, and I think we need another near group killing event to happen, so, Lamau. Yeah, now shower with this statement goes, oh, wait, I finished my statement, never mind. Alright, but anyway, a little bit more to come down. Gonna catch him in an open field again.
When we get to the RP marker, security, get in as much cover as you can, and hold here, we're waiting on shield gates to their marker.
Marshal's down.
So why'd I do that? Marshall's on his own against a squad of infantry. RPG's right there. He stops and engages instead of pulls back. In a spot where infantry can't support him, I pop him.
Sword, we have contact to the west.
As soon as the vehicles get too comfy. Because if you don't stop them right there, they're going to start going off on their own and killing things on their own. And if you let the AI try to handle it, there's nothing they can do about it. Now, Marid, shelling the shit out of the side of the hill. They're supported by infantry that would stop any RPG guys from trying to line up some shots. And I'm perfectly okay with that, because that's how you're supposed to play it. But once the vehicles start running off on their own, killing everything on their own, and not letting the infantry have a good time, that's where I draw that line and cause the big boom boom to happen.
This is First Sergeant Ground currently down. Copy that. First Sergeant, recommend you send one.
Well, yes, Yoshi, you're right. But they also have the allurement that, you know, makes the guardsmen not care.
Well, we were both teammates also first down in that contact we just took.
Because Slaneshis, it's not about the sex, it's about the emotion. And overpowering any rational thought, which lets you just screw around with whatever you get. I could go into a giant rant, but this is not the place.
Team 2 ground squad.
Suppress that fucking rock formation at the top of the tree line.
Sword, better copy.
Do you need us?
Sword could use a tiny bit, but
Solid Charlie.
Effective fire on the way.
Alright, so we have some guys down back here by this vehicle. They gotta bring a medic down. Nim died again. And this group, we also had a group up here. I bullied the group on the right a bit. The group on the left got bullied a bit too, but...
Copy, Delta, continue.
Copy.
Looks like they're diverting a squad to come around. That means I have a perfect opportunity to harass this squad.
Call for help. We've got them up now.
Sword, shield, move to RP markers.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Sword is
Also, I'm gonna have
after
some
RP.
QRF come up. Now, I'm gonna wait another minute because I think the vehicle spawns are borked, which is weird because the air spawns weren't borked, but I don't know. But at 1:35, I'll check that Marshal, and if it's still not back, I'll
We're 200 out. We run
respawn it. Horny people have no rights? Then Barb, you have no rights. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Marshal crew, this is Air. Do you need pickup backspace?
Alright, so let's delete more squads of infantry.
We're waiting on your go.
How are the frames? Probably about 25 to 30. Ooh, little over my estimate. Nice. So yeah, I mean, middle of a forest with about 50 people on the server.
Yeah, I just saw some people going up to their rec.
Little over 30 frames is pretty good.
This is shield. We have reached shield RP.
AI have been a little dumb, but that's because there was a lot pre-placed, and they all bottlenecked the server, so...
Marshall, we're waiting on you being up again, ready to go.
That was an RPG launched from the rear, possibly at one of these two vehicles. Okay, I don't think that Marshall's gonna respawn, so I'm gonna quickly just, we're gonna cheat.
50 check.
Affirm, sword, shield, begin your assault on the next objective.
Shield copies.
Alpha, sword, copies.
I don't have to re-script the radio. I don't have to change the radio because this is hi, send a message.
Relay to ground that Ranger was completely taken.
Okay.
There was no call for high.
This is ground to high. No, break. High to ground. Ranger was completely taken out. They're Vic's back. They'll be driving back up momentarily. Over.
Good copy.
All right, now let's make the super scary technicals appear. Okay. Right. Actually, no. We're gonna here's the road. Copy paste.
So, be advised, enemy contact spot behind that log in front of you to your right.
Watch this. I can add a little bit of extra on these vehicles because I am going to add the rear structure and his shield and his rail. And it applies to both of them. Because I didn't know you could add that in until we saw them in F&F. And I'm like, oh, I can add them. So now I'm going to add them. Alright, meanwhile, we have some of the southern groups over here taking their sweet time because of the airstrike, so I'm going to inch them up.
This is Sword. We're approaching now. Go, go, go.
Alright, I'm going to quickly go back up here. I'm scrolling out because for whatever reason, my right mouse button does not like it when I drag around the map. See how we saw it dragging? I'm still holding it down, but there's some really weird input lag right there I noticed today. It'll probably be fixed with a computer restart, but I can only speculate. I was very busy this morning, so...
Thunder suppress fucking ridge line southeast 150 meters.
Mock's doing a really low strike, trying to recover it. Yeah, he is being Mr. Daredevil.
Be advised, second, rolling in.
Oh, I was gonna SPG-9 him, but alright, direct rocket frickin' hit to my face it is. Ay, ay, ay. Big ouch. Now, if I wanted to, I could break their group apart a little bit on waypoints here.
Shield, sit rep.
And I'm hearing more Vicks explode.
Get down.
Sword is in the compound.
Sometimes when you kill the driver, it'll just start circling, which I find really, really funny. Let's see, let's get rid of vehicles. Alright, so vehicle respawns borked, probably because either something in the script borked or something in the sync module broke. I'm willing to bet the latter. And now it's down to urban clearing. And no one spotted my dude on top of the swing yet. No! My beloved reign on the swing set has been ended, and he somehow flew
from that ridge southeast.
This is Alpha.
all the way over there.
Main office building is clear.
Affirm, clear the rest of the compound and then head to your associated RP markers. Sweep the compound.
Read.
You're right.
This is Bravo. We're taking quite heavy contact from the east of the actual compound.
Affirm, sweep the compound and then move to the rally markers. Copy.
Oh, Caleb just told him where I was.
Great. All forces be advised, we got some sort of special forces north of First Sergeant and Thunder's position.
We got special forces.
What?
Be advised, Shield Delta is taking contact south-southwest.
Be advised, it was one guy. Thunder just dealt with him.
Affirm, clear the compound, move to the rally.
Hey, look, TSB daycare strikes again, and I think he got himself stuck. There we go, he unstuck himself. Alright, I don't have any special forces down, so I quickly checked to make sure I didn't accidentally just do a regular copy and paste, because it would have put these guys as AAF. But I'm not seeing that, so I think someone just completely miscalled just to throw me off guard. So, for shame on them for making me freak out. Yeah, but I don't have any special forces here. Nim is dead in a corner.
3 pace from your pause, pushing it in now.
I'm going to cheat. Just so I can do this. Ready? Oompa loompa doopity doo. I've got a puzzle that is for you. Oompa loompa doopity doo. If you are wise, then you will go far.
Compound is clear.
What do you get when the ground command runs off on their own on the side of a hill? Into an enemy squad, you say. She gets a bullet to the brain with no medic to help her out. Oompa, loompa, doopity-doo. I've got a puzzle that is for you. Oompa, loompa, doopity-doo. If you are wise, then you will go far. What do you get when a single person runs up here to try and stop me? Oh, now he is dead. And now another one's running to him. And now he's also running away. Oompa, loompa, doopity. You cannot stop my song! Get away from me! I've got a puzzle that is for you. Oompa, loompa, doopity doo. I love it. Now, if you ever question that I'm a jackass, there's your answer. Nim, no, okay, so here's the deal. Nim's a tier 3. She was probably the quickest tier 3 we ever got in TSB. Just because she's that good. So she knows better than to run off on her own like that. So yes, I am going to torment her a little bit for it. But I hope you guys enjoyed my song. That was all completely ad-libs, and I had fun.
Sword, shield, sit reps.
I don't even know who I shot over there. I think it was the squad leader for this group. I guess he was enthralled by my son as well, and he just ran up and got shot again on his own.
Toward RP, we are now moving southwest to support.
Well, I mean, they're covering their empty Vic, though, so it's not necessarily too bad. It's an AT Vic, too, so I can understand them not using it, even though it's got a frontal 9.3 machine gun, but...
This is Alpha. We have enemies contacts west.
Copy that, west. Thunder scanning now.
Sword, shield, move to RP markers.
Shield RP marker, trace south 100 meters, enemy contacts.
Alright, let's see. 122. One of the vehicles have driven up on their own.
Would you like air to take care of that?
Negative, friendly state too close, dude.
You got stuck. How the hell did you get stuck? Amazing.
This is platoon first sergeant. I need a medic on platoon sergeant pause.
Can I get a sword, sword, sit rep, please.
Sword was advancing to assist shield RP. We're
There he just went down.
RP now.
Hey, firm, sword and shield.
And I heard Joe put a swear word down. That wasn't very cash money of him. I'm more of a Shigoroth guy than a Slaaneshi. It depends on my mood. Depends on the mood.
Shield RP mark.
This is Reacher to any medics at shield RP.
Demonetized.
Medic pushing southbound to platoon sergeant position, please. Thank you.
Shield Charlie copy, send my medic.
Shield, sword.
And I cannot wait to see all the negative YouTube comments about being an emo prick. God, there was one I read this morning that I'm a trash YouTuber because I'm an emo prick power tripping whatchamacallit. I can't wait to read those styles of comments when I highlight that one on YouTube.
Alpha, Bravo, anyone on net?
I'm gonna be honest, I only read like the first third of the comment and I just delete it.
Still waiting on that.
And if they ever comment again, I just reply with, I only read a third of that and deleted it, buddy. I'm sorry. I don't even give the satisfaction of reading it entirely.
No contacts, but pulling security.
Hey, firm, pull security.
The fact that I can waste a troll's time, similar to when a cell phone scammer calls me and I waste like 30 to 45 minutes of his time while I'm prepping Arma Ops, that makes my day.
Rangers back, we've got a full load, we may be able to give shield a bit of resupply.
Come to shield marker for resupply. Everyone else, pull 360 and wait.
So to reply to the power tripping comment, all I'm going to respond with is the one scene from the Simpsons movie where they say to the EPA manager, "Sir, I'm afraid you've gone mad with power." And I go, "Of course I've gone mad with power. Why wouldn't I? Nothing would be interesting if I didn't." Like, I forget the exact scene. Like, of course I've gone mad with power. Otherwise it would get boring. Like, I don't know, something like that. But the real tell is people will legitimately leave you if you abuse them in an op. I mean, it happened with Luton. It happened with me quite a few times, especially in my first year. But I have a healthy balance, and most of these players know what they're going into. And again, it's not like I just randomly shot to death a T0 new guy and trolled him like that. I wouldn't do that to him. I did it to Nim because Nim's ground command, and Nim knows better. So I know the people I can get away with that sort of stuff, because at the same time, I know they know that they shouldn't even put themselves in that type of situation. But of course, you know, when I just put the highlight out, people are just gonna look at it and go, "Oh my gosh, I'm trolling someone." You know? But I'm not gonna give it context because it just adds to the time. Oh, here we go. Yes?
Please brief for red marked area.
Red mark area is optional. If you want, you can ignore it. We can index before we go through it, or you can go on a giant goose chase. But based off of time, I will leave the option to you.
Affirm, what is time, please?
Time is 90 minutes. I'd like us to get done in the next 30, so I have time for the tier 3 op today.
Good copy. Sword, shield.
It just means we'll do that area next week, and I can add some more stuff to it.
Sword, resupplied and ready.
Oop, I only have the single guy. We haven't said anything worthy of deleting this VOD yet, so... we've kind of reached a state where, you know, it's been about a year since that ban. It's actually been over a year since that 1 year Twitch ban, so I'm not really under Twitch's radar anymore for that level of stuff, so we can have a little more leeway with it. But at the same time, we, you know, if something says, something happens, like someone mispronouncing Nagasaki multiple times to be an edgy meme lord, then we delete the VOD.
Shield copies.
Yes, we can't say French baguette, unfortunately.
Thunder, copy.
We don't have to delete the VOD over what I just said, but you know what I mean.
Sword, come back.
I don't know, YouTube and Twitch are very cutthroat, dumb industries, in my opinion. But at the same time, with how hard it is to manage everything, I can understand why from a business perspective, but at the same time, just means that
Yes, we copied.
you kind of lose heart with everybody.
You got
That's
spoken
just
over
me.
then. Squads, move out. Shields, begin your assault as soon as you arrive.
By the way, there will be another op in about an hour. We'll probably take a 15 to 20 minute break, so I won't raid anyone, but I'll raid someone after the T3 op. It's gonna be really simple. It's a two-phased objective, but at the same time, if they get it done early, they can complete some of the other optional stuff in the open world, but it's also entirely on them. But I will tell them that, at least for the main thing I want them to get done that day, they need to either go for it immediately or just do side objective stuff. But this op should be over in about 30 minutes, because I suspect they're going to clear these two areas and call index, because this is too big of a zone to check out. This was made if they steamrolled this, which has happened before. They have... And that's what makes Zeusing really tough to do. Not just Zeusing, any mission making, because they could completely steamroll something, and you could be pretty SOL after that. But we got these guys with 7.62 firing at Moxie. He now might turn around and try to do something. I'm also gonna run in a few squads.
Thunder, this is Reacher.
Shield, you are very spread out.
Thunder, this is Reacher.
Yeah, so he's now trying to fire down where he thinks bad guys are, but I made that into a nice little marksman hill to screw with him in case any of the groups came on the wide flank. It would be a very big hassle for him. I'm also going to send in 2 of each technical. We'll send them in from right there, and I'll also,
This is Alpha. We have contact northwest.
have 2 to come in right here. I saw some tracer fire, that was just a line. That guy looks important. Unfortunately, I can't aim. What about that guy?
Ground to sword, you guys good? Ground to sword, are you guys good?
Sword is on Overwatch and waiting on shield assault.
I don't have any angle down there, so I'll let them run up a bit more.
Rocket run coming in, purple box. It's going to be taking out the contacts, engaging you from your north east.
Oh man, this drag glitch is really, really annoying. But yep, that's north of the other group. Into there, they might hit the squad coming up right there too.
Re-attack, shift fire, 50 meters to the west.
There goes all the marksmen. On my poor little hill. Alright, now to break up all the squads, have them rush in because air is slowing everything down.
Ground forces, large squad coming in from your northeast.
Copy, I see it.
Didn't mean to put those guys in the fray. Oh, now there's 2 AT guys in every squad. Whoops. Oh, I thought I heard one of the aircraft losing its engine, but no, that wasn't the case.
Red Techie, direct northwest of the hill.
Already disabled. I've got contacts
It's not
downslope in
disabled,
the
it's
gully.
driving into the gun. Good shot.
I've never heard of a group that would ask you to pay to join. That sounds dumb. Well, I tried to turn around. 7th Cav makes you pay to join?
Progress along the assault line.
Nah, that's a scam. That's a...
Sword copy.
Now, don't get me wrong, 7th Cav has some really good mods for Vietnam, but it's dwarfed compared to Unsun.
Commander AK Enema.
Yeah, no,
Both task forces.
if you pay to join a group, that's... nah.
Sword is moving.
I can understand why some people do that because, you know, server costs and stuff, but, I mean, at this day and age, nah.
Thunder to shield.
You shouldn't need to pay for a group.
Far to your west. Feel free to push on. We'll cover this angle.
Shield, keep moving.
Anyway, J-Rod, thanks for the 8-month resub, my man. The enemy ground commander who was back there, he did have an AK. He was briefly that officer mark you saw. There he is. Officer marker right there. But he does have an AK, so congrats, you predicted it. Thank you so much, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of this. Now, I know a group out there that pays some of its dedicated players to play. That's BIA. But pay you to play on their servers? Nah, there's so many other places that you can just play for free. And there's just so much variety out there that, you know, it doesn't, like, you will find something that you like. That's pretty easy, you know? And if you're having issues finding a group, I can help you find one. I know a lot of places out there. Like, if you want Milsim, go to what I'd recommend is 506th or 15th MEU. If you want StarSim, 101st is doing really well right now, and they aren't trying to turn into a mini 501st. They're trying to make their own system, which it reminds me of when I joined the 501st when Bondor wasn't there, and the group flourished because there was no, like, you know, trying to randomly fire people and whatnot. Well, no, admittedly there was, but it wasn't as rampant as it became after Fudgehead came back. I will admit, I don't know any good Mass Effect groups, though. That one's a toughie. Oop, I got shot at as soon as I left that cover. That's alright.
Hey, Marid, you got contacts to your immediate east and to the north.
You know a really good Cadian one? Wink, wink. I thought Cadian XX, though, was, like... Aren't they just a regular... like, casual milsim that does 40k stuff on the side? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. 40k is 700th. I mean, I'm gonna be 100% honest, Jen. You're not gonna like it when I hear this, but I'm starting to kind of fall out of favor with the 700 because I'm just sick of the ace imbalance, and they keep saying they're gonna fix it. I make sure people write the bug reports to get things fixed, and it still doesn't get fixed. I'm kind of mad out about it.
The
you know?
hill is basically Sword Overwatch, so...
But 700 is still the biggest 40k group out there. You mean Canadian as in country? Oh, okay. I don't know. I miss my days back in 2018 where I had a contact in every major group out there for Star Wars. Mass Effect was just coming out. People were talking about making a Starship Troopers group. Milsims, Casual. I had years in FK. Just everything, man. I gotta rebuild that infonet.
Sword, please mark your position on map.
Sorry, repeat.
Mark sword position on map.
Yeah, that's fair, Jen.
Affirm, sword move to the west and cover the area, move down the hill and...
Alright, so we have a few stragglers left alive. They didn't find the little secret area, but that's okay.
Copy last.
There will be more. The zombie stuff is bi-weekly Wednesday nights, starting on this week. Barb, I also don't know. I thought they were mainly,
ma'am, this is Thunder. We're, moving up to support.
Warhammer 40k, but from what I hear these days, they're more just general infantry milsim, like realism. So, I don't know. Again, like, that's going on topics that I don't personally know about. I can go ask Grimmy.
Hey, Charlie, where did you go?
I'll also say this. I didn't expect Remy to be that nice. I thought he was going to be, a little more upbeat about things, but no, it was pretty chill. That's just me. When am I following the Desert Technical War Campaign?
Objectives has been cleared.
It's gonna be a while, because that was a one-off.
Hi, this is ground.
This is Hi, send message.
Objective complete.
Roger, are we indexing?
Affirm. Index this time.
Roger, calling index Oompa Loompa Doopity Doo. I've got an index that is for you.
Remind your forces not to shoot.
Hold fire, hold fire, hold fire.
Any more canned bread streams? No, because my Warcraft 3 subgroup died when Blizzard butchered the release of Reforged, and I'm probably not going to get that back. I've been debating going up to a guy named Oreo and trying to play with him, but I don't know. We'll see. Are you guys sick of M2 fonts yet? I kind of am. Jeez, let me pause that. It's good to have some background noise. Let me get TeamSpeak up. There we go.
Poor bastard that get run over by the Marate at the end. F in the chat.
Alright, first and foremost, Nim, did you like my Oompa Loompa song for you?
I loved your Oompa Loompa song.
Thank you. All right. Just as a reminder, guys, don't run off on your own, or else I will kill you, spawn an AI over you, and start giving you an Oompa Loompa song. So, don't. Otherwise, overall, I thought that was pretty good. When a squad overextended from the battle line and went in between two squads of infantry and there were gunshots exchanged, I ended up making a pincer maneuver happen. And there were 3 times today where that happened, and it made a significant mass cas. Mainly because when I RC'd a unit just to listen to you guys and walk up and just spray at you, someone would call out, hey, they're coming from this direction on the right or left, but I would be RCing the squad on the other side, and you would all turn around and engage those guys and put your backs to the other squad, and it would get messy. So remember, don't have everyone look in the same direction. Make sure you're pulling that 360 security, because otherwise it gets very, very messy if you don't. Also, Caleb, I will shoot you however many times I want when you are down.
Never.
Otherwise, I thought today was definitely a better operation than what I've seen for public ops, so well done. And yeah, I mean, hope you enjoyed it. Ground, go ahead.
Okay, so we used the task
Do
force
I want to know?
layout that we've done before, and I do enjoy doing. Sword did a really, really good job of keeping moving and keeping up with the rally markers. Shield did as well at the end of the operation, but at the start, Shield seemed to be lagging a lot of the time behind. Half of Shield was in one place, the other half was in another. When you're these task force, your 2 squads are supposed to be working very closely together. So please make sure that when that is happening, you guys are communicating, especially the squad leads for inter task force maneuvering. There's a little bit of blue on blue at one point that I heard about. I didn't see it myself, so I'm not going to comment too much on it. But I'm not a person of many words, so overall it was really good. A lot better than I've seen for a lot of these ops. Yeah, movement was fairly blobby rather than using any specific squad formations, which could have helped you like extend your lines and make sure you didn't get pincered like Liru said he did. Let's just remember that for next time. Apart from that, I don't really have much else. Joe, do I see?
I mean, really nothing to say. That blue and blue, I watched because I was already down by that point. Watched someone trade shots with 2 friendlies who were behind logs. Quite entertaining, but yeah, check your shots. That's all I've got to say.
My only feedback is a lot of the times when people are taking additional firepower from enemies that you couldn't see, I didn't clock many of the people other than myself that are calling for Vix directly. You guys were saying, yep, ground, can we get the Vic to do this? Or ground, can we get the Vic to do that? Literally just say, hey, Thunder, this is like Charlie, team leader, some shit like that. We're taking engagement from our northeast. Here's a reference point of like this little fucking ridge line. Can you light that shit up? The Vics today pulled their weight in gold to prevent mass casualties, and so that's a credit to them.
Cool. Squad time. Alpha.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun, even though I'm obviously off something's off today. Did not expect to be ground squad lead. Took it because I wasn't hearing anybody speak up. Was 6th, then 7. So we had a decent time. Worked well with Bravo. Yeah. Had a good time, and my squad did very well. Thank you. Next.
Bravo did good. We had rather good cooperation with Alpha as task force. Nothing really
Sounds like guys had fun, which is the most important part.
Except at the end, please watch where you're putting Overwatch points, since none of them actually would overwatch the objective. Charlie?
No complaints for Charlie. You guys did good. And with Atomic, thanks for stepping up as team lead. You did great. Only issue that I had was I liked the task force thing, combining 2 squads into 1. I do like the idea of it, but there was a time where Charlie got mass cas completely, not a single member up, And then you called Shield, what's your sit rep? Delta then replied saying, oh, we're just pushing on blue line, we're all good. And we were all dead, like 200 meters away from them. So, I don't know. It's kind of awkward trying to have two different squads reply when they're not like completely intermixed together. Aside from that, nothing else. So, Delta.
I'd like to ditto what Lance said. That was partly my fault due to the fact I was too far away at that time. I'd like to thank the Fix crews for saving us a few times out there. They did an excellent job out there. I would love some sort of communication between like an actual like purely radio channel between like.
Oh, I hate the armor bug where you don't get any audio.
So I could actually talk to Lance, and
that's why I pre-build all my missions these days for all the AIs on the map. So when I have to log out, it doesn't break all the garrisons.
That is true. But juggling 3 radio channels is not fun.
At that point, that's where you start assigning your team leads for radio operators. You don't have to bear the brunt of all the communications on your shoulders. There's something called delegation compartmentalization.
I am very new to this. Thank you for the advice.
It's not a problem.
That's all.
Cool. Fix.
Ranger, go first.
Okay, Ranger, we usually sat behind most of the infantry, mainly sword, and just booped anything that came within range of us and really did all we could to keep the boys in the ground from getting flanked or getting overrun. So we did well. A bit of a mishap by getting caught outflanked by an RPG gunner, but otherwise we did very bloody well today.
Thunder? Cool. Thunder did really well. We maneuvered where we needed to. We fired where we needed to fire. Only mishap was ground sending us through to across to a support shield when shield got smashed the first time, and it was just an uncleared forest with no infantry screen. So we immediately got booped by an RPG. It happens. It's not an issue. But yeah. Otherwise, yeah, we had a lot of fun. Me and Hunter, we killed lots of things and shot lots of bad guys. And laughed hysterically when Nim got called ma'am, because mammy, ma'am.
Wow.
Again, kudos for saving multiple people's asses multiple times in that one. You were quick and responsive on that one, so kudos.
I had a very good gunner. Hunter was on the job, so yeah, it was good.
And finally, JTAC and then your birds.
Tweet, motherfucker.
Holy shit, like, normally when you don't want him, all you get is honk, and then when you actually ask for him, he's away.
So I'll give a little bit of my spiel from the business of help asking for a lot of air strikes. Air was very fucking responsive. Not as in like pinpoint accurate responsive, but it was all done in a reasonable time. The strikes that were called in, the usage of smoke grenades for IDing and for guiding on was actually a lot better than rather than just saying, oh, this grid vector and shit like that. The smokes give you a reference that you can't usually get if you're just relying on a GPS. Strikes were effective, both guns and rockets wise. Transportation was good. Logistics was great. Overall, I don't really have that much problems to say. Outcast may be able to give more once he decides to get back from having a shit.
Did all right. Got shot down once due to a 50 cal to the face. That was unfortunate. But yeah, so I went unconscious in the bird and floated around a bit and respawned after it. I knew it would fly away from you guys. So other than that, didn't smack into the ground today.
Is that a record?
No, just an improvement.
It would have been.
All right, I'm going to wrap it up here. We'll be back in about 25-30 minutes because I'm just going to have a quick shower because, again, after I finish the next stop, I have to run out the door. So thank you guys so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day and night. Hopefully I'll see you in a half hour. And otherwise, cheers. Have a good one. Go operate operationally and don't run off on your own or else the Oompa Loompas will get you. Cheers.